Hello and welcome to my webpage for interactive media. This is a portfolio that consists of 4 projects. As you can see here by the navigation bar, there's the index page, which is enlisted home, bouncing balls, which was my second project, Polaroids, which was my first, and then I've taken it into my own hands to create 2 more projects named Gallery and Interests. In this project, I was asked to select a star project, in which case I've selected Interests. So, without further ado, let's go throughout my website. Here, I've got a header 1 and a paragraph, very basic, just basically introducing the following 4 projects that are in a stage that has CSS properties that allows them to have this effect when they're hovered over. So as you can see, here's the 4 options that take you to. And without further ado, let's get to my project Bouncing Balls. As you can see, it's an animated free project. It's free balls bouncing across the page. Brief description. Still got my footer here. I then have my Polaroids page. Again, header 1, a paragraph as a brief introduction. But this time I've angled them a bit. It's a bit different to how I had them laid out on the index page. Basic text. And then here is my gallery page. Bit more different. Got background to this div. I've got a YouTube video that's been imported in via the object tags. They've then been moved around the page and then got a brief description with them again. And here I've got an example of some JavaScript that when this image here is clicked, it will then change to another image as seen now. There you go, and I've still got my footer at the bottom. But then this video is mainly looking at my star project, which is here, the following. This is my interest page. This page basically shows what I'm into at the moment, what I'm watching, my favourite websites, and my Twitter feed. So it starts off, again, basic text, border in the background, gives it a nice house style, consistent throughout the website. Here, I've said, do you want the date and time? Click here. This is JavaScript here. This will all be explained later, going through the code, but this is just now a brief overview of what it does when it's up and running. So here, it retrieves the date and the time. And then here, same layout as the introduction text in header 1, but we've got hyperlinks that take you to the websites. Just to show that these work, I shall click the Walking Dead one. And there you go, it takes me to the Walking Dead website, so I'll just briefly go back there. Let's not try and ruin what's going on now. Hold on a minute. Okay, so continuing on, here are some of my favourite videos. They're going on the moment with their titles. I just had to check if that was still working, sorry about that. So basically here is the bottom half of my star project, which is a Twitter widget that has imported my Twitter profile in its own shortened down, simplified widget that is constantly updated. So if I tweeted now, it would appear up in this live feed here. So this again shows the interest to the user, what I'm interested in. Along with these videos here, I'd suspect that when I go to play these videos, it's going to ask me to play them on YouTube. But I shall, there you go, watch on YouTube, click on that, and it will take you to the YouTube. The videos do work, it's just very dependent on the day. So now, to basically reinforce this as my star project, I will now display the code to go along with this. So, a last little overview. I've got my brief introduction, just with headers, messing around with the fonts, making them bold, etc. Some JavaScript here to retrieve the time. Hyperlink section, my favourite web pages at the moment. 4 favourite videos that all link towards YouTube. Obviously you can click the watch on YouTube to then get the video. And they're all in a Polaroid setup similar to my other 2. And then I have my Twitter widget here. So, here is my code. Page 5 is my star project page. And right now at the top we've just got the links to the style sheets, some meta tags, comments, just to kind of help keep the web page up and running, make sure it's connected to the CSS so we can get the style sheets, add in the fonts, colours, etc. in, and it doesn't crash or anything like that. Here, starting off with the first div that is basically entitles the welcoming message that you see consistently on the left hand side of my web page. Just there, welcome to my web page. There is that there, and it just basically includes my navigation bar here, which has got its 5 options of my 5 pages. And then I have a style tag right here. This style tag basically is relevant to my pinboard. Let me just get it up for you here. This style tag refers to my 4 YouTube videos here. So, for example, setting the polar, I've created it as a pinboard, so by what I'm doing here, that positions my 4 YouTube videos in the center of the screen, which is what I want. I then have the hover animation, which is done here, which then allows the YouTube videos to pop out to the user as they're hovered upon. This then, all of this here allows me to do what I'm doing with the effects of the Polaroids here. Just sets the width, the borders and the shadows. And then that's the end of the style tag. This is then my main container. This is here. This is located here. So it's just, again, a brief introduction telling the user what the page is about using simple header 1 and p tags. Right here I've got a BR and a BR. All that basically does is add a double line break to my paragraph. Again, that's the end of that div. And then here is where I've included my JavaScript. It is of type button, and then on click it is going to get a document by ID, which is enlisted demo. And then this is where it retrieves the date and time, and then here is just a text which is going to be displayed on the button. And then again, there's the ID demo, so it knows where it's getting its actions from. Here is a sub-introduction where it's a brief bit of text there, again a double line break, but then here, this is where I include my hyperlinks right here, just with these A tags. And then all these BRs are, again, line breaks. And then this href here, in quotation marks, is the HTTP, basically the web address for the website that the hyperlink is linked to. So for example, the text WWE has the hyperlink www.com. Again, more subtext. And then here, before you've seen the style sheet for my pinboard, and here is the pinboard itself. So the pinboard ID, pinboard, then relates to here. Pinboard, locating it, pinboard again. And then these have a class of Polaroid, and again they then go back to the style sheet, taking up the properties of this CSS. So in my pinboard, I have my 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, each with their own name, specific height, width, and then their data, where it is their web address, all on YouTube, all in the object tags, which positions them, as seen here, within the Polaroid, in the pinboard, picking up the CSS. So you've now seen how my hyperlinks, my JavaScript, and my brief introduction work. The only thing left is to show you my Twitter widget. As you can see here, I'm going to keep on scrolling. It's all my tweets, regularly updated. You can load more. You can actually tweet me through the web page, through the widget, follow me, all buttons included on the widget. So this is how the widget is done here. I've made a div ID, Twitter. I made an ID here so I was able to manipulate the div to locate the widget in the center of the page. This is all still within my main container. So here shows the JavaScript, the href, where it's going to locate the Twitter to, So I've done twitter.com/ and then my Twitter account, tweets by, and then here you're going to see just basic text that's going to give it a title so the user knows what it is. And widgets nowadays are quite easy to include in HTML code. Facebook and Twitter both have sections on their website that allow you to convert widgets really easily, so a large portion of this has been taken straight from the Twitter website and then just relies on me creating IDs, tags and listing it so it's easier to read. And then just here at the bottom of my style project is the footer, which is on every page included, and again that's all within the main body. So there is my star project.